It's going to make waves in the NFL, people. The Eagles are back on the winning track, but hold on to this. There's heavy movement behind the scenes, and a significant reinforcement might be coming to the offensive line. Who's in the crosshairs? Is it really happening? Don't blink. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any hot news, because the market is about to explode. Now here's the deal, folks. The Eagles are alive. With a season record of 3-2, Philadelphia started off stumbling, like an old car trying to get going. Injuries to key players knocked the team down early. But now, listen to me, they're healthy and back on the winning path with a solid performance against the Cleveland Browns. And on Philadelphia's radar, a giant name is emerging, Brandon Scherff, a 5-time Pro Bowler currently holding down the offensive line for the Jaguars. And let me tell you something, when this team clicks, they don't just make noise, they create an earthquake. But listen up, the season is long and the NFL spares no one. Whether they finish in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, or out of the party, the Eagles will need to get back to the drawing board, because that's how the game works. No one, not even the champion, survives without reinventing the roster. Want to know about the big bomb that's heating up the speculation market? Bleacher Report has already started dropping hints about each franchise's needs. Scherff has a $49.5 million contract for 3 years with Jacksonville, but there are bets that when the dust settles, he could very well end up in Philadelphia in 2025. And I'll tell you, Scherff is a pit bull in pass protection. So far, he's allowed only 5 pressures to slip through in the first 5 games of the season, according to Pro Football Focus. That's a wall of respect. And there's more. With Mekhi Becton filling in as guard, Philadelphia has found a temporary solution that's been working very well. The problem? Becton is on a 1-year contract, and there's no guarantee he'll stay in the city of brotherly love next season. So what do we have here? A clear need on the offensive line if Becton leaves, and a perfect opportunity with Scherff, who, even if he's not the player he once was, still has gas left in the tank to provide elite protection. Does it make sense for the Eagles? You can bet on it. But in the NFL, predictions are like trying to grab smoke. At any moment, the scenario can change. Hold on to this. One of the hottest players right now could land in the NFC, and if that happens, it could be a huge gift for the Eagles. The pressure is high, the fans want to see movement, and there are big teams in our conference keeping an eye out. Now is the time to stay tuned. Have you hit that like button yet? Subscribe to the channel and join us so you don't miss a second of this drama. The saga between Haason Reddick and the Jets has turned into a complete mess, but the ones laughing all the way are the Eagles. The move they orchestrated in the offseason with New York was brilliant. If Reddick ends up with another NFC team, the Eagles get a second-round pick. Now, my friend, hold on tight. Everything indicates that this deal is about to go down. The crisis began when the Jets dropped the ball, thinking the pass rusher would accept anything. But Reddick showed who's in charge and decided to go on strike. 6 games have passed and he's still sitting out. Recently, the Jets offered a restructured 1-year contract, a chance for him to recover the money from fines and still come out ahead. And guess what? He declined without a second thought. To top off the chaos, Reddick's own agents pushed him aside. But the man didn't stay down for long. He brought Drew Rosenhaus into the mix. That's right, the fiercest shark in the market. The two met with the Jets on Monday, and the result was disastrous. By Tuesday, New York gave Reddick the green light to seek a trade. The mess is real. Now the Eagles need to hope Detroit gets in on this action. With Aiden Hutchinson out for the season after a terrible injury, a fracture in his tibia and fibula, the Lions desperately need someone to keep their defense solid. And Reddick could be exactly the piece they need. But hold on, the Cowboys might also join the party. Jerry Jones has a taste for spectacle and doesn't think twice about spending when he thinks it's worth it. Just imagine Reddick teaming up with Micah Parsons when he recovers from his twisted ankle. That would be a nightmare for any NFL offense. If he ends up in the AFC, things change. The return for the Eagles would likely be more modest, maybe a 3rd-round pick. The Raiders, for instance, are interested. But with a dismal 2-4 record, their playoff hopes are as fragile as a candle in the wind. But think about the combination. Reddick on one side and Max Crosby on the other, turning that defensive line into a true destruction machine. Regardless of where he ends up, one thing is certain. Reddick's streak of 4 consecutive seasons with double-digit sacks is coming to an end. At 30 years old and with lost time, he's going to need to prove he still has gas left in the tank when he finally finds a new home. And you, savvy fan, won't want to miss a single play of this saga. The story is just heating up, and every detail counts. Stay tuned with us and follow every step of this drama, because in the NFL world, the next chapter can change everything.